All right, so for those of you who like the Wuthering Wave stuff, not what's her name? Augusta just came out. I have a few summons. I think I have what 30 summons. But yeah, so I'm just gonna burn a few summons on these and see how far we get. I probably won't get her, but the thing is, there's really no one else to get. So let's kind of break down what's going on here. For one, Augusta's a new one. So if anyone wants to know, she's pretty good. She's going to be broken for a while until the next one comes out. Carlotta, normally I'd pull for Carlotta merges, but let's go look at her resonance thing here. Carlotta's merges are good, but they're kind of boring. They don't do anything. Like this gives me 12% crit chance. Yeah, 12% crit chance when she has that like triangle symbol on them, which is good. It's not bad. It's good, and it gives her more substance, so you can get her charged heavy attack forte thing off. But it doesn't change her rotations. Like you still you resonance skill. She's on the field. You start off with Carlotta resonance skill. Swap over to someone else. Do whatever you're gonna do. Come back to her resonance skill again. By that point, you should have your forte, then you forte into ult, and then that's it. That's like her whole rotation. That's all she does. This isn't really going to help that. Maybe if you play her on field a lot more, this might help that. But, this gives you more damage on the ult. This makes it doesn't double. Maybe it does. I don't know. It might give you double outro skill damage, but which isn't bad. It's great, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. This gives your entire team 25% resonance skill damage, which isn't really wholly useful. Like, I run her with Chang Li sometimes, and Chang Li obviously benefits from this. But I run her mainly right now. Her job is to run with Cardathea, and Cardathea's doesn't use her resonance skill as much. Like, this bonus is not wasted on her, but it's not as good on her, so keep that in mind. Though, it's not bad because Cardathea does have a resonance skill in her small form, and then she has a resonance skill in her big form. But you guys can correct me on maybe. I think some of those might not necessarily deal resonance skill damage, and they might deal other kinds of damage, so keep that in mind. But yeah, this is just, it's not bad. It's just kind of like, if it was an attack buff, the whole team would kind of benefit from it, but they don't, right? So this makes her heavy attack thing do more damage, the forte thing. And this makes her ult do insanely more damage, and it freezes time and all that crap. The point I want to stress here is I do want merges on Carlotta, but it doesn't change the way she plays. It doesn't make her do anything better or worse. She just does more damage. They just increase numbers, which is fine. It's just kind of boring. So if it's between merges, like the reason I want Cardathea merges now more than Carlotta merges. The reason I wanted Carlotta because I just wanted an S6er or R6er, whatever, sequence 6er. But that's, I mean, I don't really care as much. Like, the gameplay doesn't affect gameplay at all, and the buffs are kind of, they just boost her damage. The reason I went for S2 on Shorekeeper is because they buff the entire team's damage, right? Let's go back here. 40% attack buff is no joke, so that's why I went there. That being said, however, like I said, so in terms of between summoning her and her, I'd rather summon Augusta just because I want to replace Calcharo. Just have like a decent Thunder unit because Calcharo is kind of annoying to play. And she looks pretty interesting, a lot of fun, so why not? Then the other thing, not to mention, she's also another unit that works pretty well with Carlotta, so may as well, right? Carlotta's in every team. All my teams have Carlotta. I have a version of every team with Carlotta in it, is the point I'm trying to say here. So this isn't too bad either. Obviously, if you need Shorekeeper, I'd recommend just getting Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is the reason I'm probably not summoning on Iuno. Originally, I wasn't going to make this video summoning because I was going to save all my currency for Iuno. But let's go look here. We can actually look at what Iuno does before she gets here. I'm going to kind of go do a quick overview. It's not going to be super in-depth because I don't have the unit. But you can already see her. She's in the thing here. We can go look at her. I wanted to summon Iuno, put all my currency into summoning Iuno, but one of the problem, I thought originally she was going to be kind of a buffer, but she kind of isn't. Like, she is a buffer, but only more specifically to Augusta. So I'll probably summon on her when she comes out. If I summon now and I get Augusta, I'll probably summon on her. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna put stuff in there to see if I can get her. But originally, what I had thought, I mean, we had rumors of like whatever. So I kind of figured she would give out buffs and all kinds of other stuff, like an attack speed buff. That's what I was hoping for. That's why I wanted her. I wanted her to get an attack speed buff, so I can run her with Calcharo. But Calcharo's just taking a fat L, so I'm just gonna give up on that. But yeah, her outro skill just gives people heavy attack damage, and then whatever. Casting outro skill, one interrupt, heavy attack, whatever. Okay. Then this thing does a bunch of stuff switching between lunar states or whatever. That doesn't really matter. I didn't read it completely. I was looking for buffs, and you don't get a lot of buffs in here. There's a buff here, which is important because whenever somebody gets a shield while they're in the full moon domain expansion or whatever, they get 4% damage amplification, stacking up to 10 times to 40%. So yeah. That's basically all. That's like the only outside buff she does, and a lot of her buffs are meant for herself, so she does a lot of damage. Yeah, so she's a sub DPS basically. She's like Brant, but slightly different, right? So, like I said, I thought she was gonna be more generic, and you could kind of throw her in. I thought she was gonna have like attack speed buff, all this other crazy stuff, but apparently not. So, I'm kind of over it. I'd rather just summon on her. The other thing is. So we're looking ahead here. She is coming with Chikona, which again, I like Cardathea. She's one of my favorite units now, but Chikona doesn't do anything. She's kind of, at least for me, Chikona's just kind of boring. She just boosts Cardathea's damage through the roof. But that gameplay is like not super interesting to me. I'd rather have Chikona with another DPS like where is she? Carlotta, right? I'd rather run them together rather than run her with her. That goes the same for Carlotta. Instead of getting Carlotta's merges, her resonance chains, ideally you'd want to go with someone like Zhizhi, right? Just summon Carlotta, run Carlotta, use Zhizhi, and she boosts Carlotta's damage through the roof, and she's gonna be the best partner. But like, I'd rather just have her with her and then kind of play them together, right? Like, I'd rather have more interesting gameplay than just she comes in, resonance skills, ults, and then she's gone. Then she has a bunch of coordinated attacks, right? So that's kind of, I'd rather just quick swap between the two. Anyway, the point being that right now we have her. Next rotation is going to be her with her. And I don't really see a whole lot of reason to summon. There's not a whole lot for me to, I don't really care enough. So for now, I'm okay summoning on Augusta. I'm probably just going to go 30 deep into Augusta here. See if I get her. See if I can showcase some of that luck that I have. Because I have enough to... I have enough to go a 10 pull. I am 20 pulls away, I think, from getting. Oops, go back. I think I'm 20 something, 24, 25 pulls away from hitting this pity, which is one of the reasons I was like, okay, let's do it. Again, I have 2 Carlotta's weapons, so that kind of makes up for missing that first resonance chain, whatever. They're not the same mathematically. That R1 is probably going to outpace the second weapon merge. But just in my mind, I'm okay with like, okay, I'm not going to get that first merge because he already has another weapon. I don't want this because this kind of sucks. I mean, look at this. Even at max level... Oh, actually 28% is not bad. But the point being, you only get 14%. The fact that I already have her at S2... She gives out 40%, like 14% is kind of a drop in the bucket, and I'm never gonna get this to max rank or nothing, so that doesn't really matter. It gives her 12% HP, restores 8 concerto energy, but if you're running, and then obviously it gives her 77 energy regen, which is really good, but you can kind of just make up for that in substats. And she doesn't have any energy regen requirements. It's like there's stuff that's like, okay, it'd be better to have more energy regen so she can get her ult up more, but it's not that big a deal. So when she crashes, she gets 14% attack to her whole team. So, whatever. But this 8, like the HP doesn't matter again because the healing isn't really that important. When you're running her, you're just here to burst down the DPS so hard that they're not going to come back. And then 8 concerto energy. If you want more, I think it goes up by 2 every time. I don't know, it doubles it at the end. So it's like, I'm sure it's, let's see, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Or something like that. It doesn't matter. But anyway, the concerto energy isn't a whole lot from there. Like the variation, if I can get more copies, my variation's eternally at only 2 copies here. I get 10, so I'm already outpacing her thing with this, and it'll be easier to get this to max. Let's see, this goes up to 12. So at 3 is 12, at 4 is 14. Yeah, so at max rank it's 16. So I don't know. I'd rather run this. Sure, we're losing a lot of energy regen, and we're not getting the 14% attack, but like I said, the second resonance already covers that. Anyway, long story short, this is just a summoning video. Kind of explaining my thought process, because when you summon on these games, you have to be kind of stingy, and you have to you really do have to have a thought process. Now, can you just go willy-nilly and be like, oh, I like this character, I'm gonna summon? Yes, you can. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do that. But I personally, when you're going free to play, you have to manage your resources to know when to pull. So because Augusta doesn't look too bad, and the unit's coming up in the next rotation, so after 20 days, the next rotation, I'm not summoning those units either, except for, again, Iuno, but I'm not going to go like heavy on her. I'm just going to summon a bit and see if I get her, and if I don't get her, then that's cool. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I might not even summon at all, just because I don't like having two pairs of units. Like, I don't like having a unit and then having a unit attached to them where it's like, oh, these two go together all the time. I like mixing it around. As long as it kind of makes sense, right? I'm not going to mix like Frolova with, whatever. The point is, it's like to some degree they kind of have to make a little bit of sense. But yeah, so if you don't have Shorekeeper, I'd probably recommend getting Shorekeeper, because Shorekeeper is the reason that like I don't have to summon Chikona, because I could just run Shorekeeper on teams. Now, Shorekeeper's attack bonus and all that other stuff doesn't necessarily work on Cardathea, but the point being that like Augusta, her DPS is probably going to increase with Iuno, but Iuno's not going to be able to buff a whole lot of other units, and Shorekeeper is good enough that you buff your entire cast, right? Your entire account gets buffed by having Shorekeeper here, so, I'd recommend that. Between these two, I'm always going to say, like, if I didn't have Carlotta, I'd go with Carlotta instead of Augusta, but, Anyway, I've dragged it on long enough. Let's start. You don't want to, don't use these on here. Use these on here, and then pick whatever weapon. How does it let me choose? Oh, here it is. Pick whatever weapon you need. I have this one already. I have one of this already. I don't have this, but also don't care about this, so it's fine. And also, I have String Master, which outpaces this on every unit, so that doesn't matter either. So I just run this because, like, Chang Li uses this, and if I get this to R5, it'll outpace her weapon by a lot, so I just summon this over and over again. Let me skip. Actually, I like summoning here more than Zenless, because I can just skip really easily. Like, I play on PS4, as you can see the buttons down there, so it lets me skip using the O button. And in Zenless, it forces me to use the start button, the little options menu button or whatever. It's optional on the PS4 now, but it used to be the start button. For those of you who are old. But yeah, hopefully I can showcase some of the luck that I get on these, so you guys can believe me when I tell you that, like, I'll do 10 pulls. I'll do a random 10 pulls and just get like 2 of the same thing for no reason whatsoever. What would be nice would also be variations, but I'm not going to get variations out of this, so it is what it is. All right, so let's just go. Let's do a 10 pull. Cheng Li. No, what's her name? This one's what's her name? Her name is Chixia. Yeah. There's a CH in there, okay? That's all I needed to know. Yes, we'll do it. Let's see if I get her here. I'm just gonna. Oh, is that? Well, there you go. Continue. Let's see if I lost the 50-50. You guys are gonna be here to witness this. It'll be mad funny. I got scared there. So let's see who. I think this is it, right? Here she is. Come on, just give her to me. No! Oh, that's so discouraging. Not too bad. I don't have Encore, so I guess good to have her. It'd be so funny. I don't know if I'm not counting these. It'd be so funny if I still got Augusta somewhere in this. No, yeah. Yeah, so not bad. I think I have maxed out. I have her maxed out already, don't I? Oh, you can't see it from here, obviously, but anyway, we lost the 50-50. How sad. I thought I had. I don't have another 10 pull for some reason. That's kind of interesting. Let's just do one more 10 pull and see what happens. Oh, just purple. Another Chixia. Let's go look at
Anything I can help you with?
Encore.
Time for another adventure?
What's Encore's outro? Well, at least I have another guarantee, so whenever someone else comes out, I'll get them. Outro skill just does a bunch of damage, right? Yeah, it doesn't buff anybody. I'm trying to see who she's useful for. Like, I've never paid attention to what Encore does. I'm not gonna review her kit right now, but so does she use a lot of heavy attack damage? Yeah, I'm just curious to see who's good with Encore. Let's go here. Oh look, that's not even done yet. I still got one more. What does she do? Oh, she gives herself 30% more attack. Oh, look at this. She gives out 25% basic attack damage bonus. Who can use that? Who's basic attack oriented in this game? Yeah, like nobody. Actually, that's a good question. Let's go see. What is this? Oh, Encore skill training. Let's go look at. What am I looking at? Where am I going? Oh, I went to go look at characters that I don't have. Who is basic attack damage bonus for? Does she do basic attack damage?
Would you like
I'm assuming she does, right?
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Dealing havoc damage. Well, that's still ult damage. My gosh, all these word salad. Increase the damage multiplier, normal attack. Okay, so she benefits. Who else benefits? She's liberation. He's heavy.
For anything specific for you?
Is it nobody? I guess Encore's the basic attack damage unit. Oh no, I think he is too. Is he basic attack? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna. Who cares? Let's do. How many summons do I need? I want to do one more 10 pull just for the sake of it. Oh, actually, I don't have enough. I need 12. I can do like one. Let's go look here. I want to see if I can use this coral here. I can get 7. 3 times is 40. What is this? Let me see. You can't see this, but I'm looking up a calculator because even though I have a minor in mathematics, I don't care to do math in my head. It's like 480. Yeah, it's 480 for 3. So I have more than 480. 4 times 160 is what? 640. Yeah, I think it's 640. So I can do. Let's go see here. No, I don't want to use Lumites. Yeah, I think I have. So I don't want to use more. I want to do a 10 pull because, like I said, my luck is better on 10 pulls. My phone is being stupid right now. I don't know why. 160 times 4 is 640. So I have at least 4 pulls, which means I can come in here and get 6 of this. 640. Yeah, we'll do one more 10 pull. We'll see where that gets us. 640. Yep. All right, we're just gonna wait the cinema, see what happens. Nope. Took an L, boys and girls. I don't think girls aren't real. They don't subscribe to me. I'm just kidding. Don't leave. Let's see. So that's fine. The other thing is, like I said, one of the reasons I'm probably just gonna keep pulling on her. It's just this is like the biggest chunk that I had for a while. There's a whole bunch of extra Lumites sitting around. Claim this. It's funny that some of this battle pass stuff is tied to summoning. You just get like 3. Confirm. Yeah, shut up. Go away. Do we have any? Does this give you any? It only gives you blue summons. That's funny. But yeah, there's a bunch. Like there's 500 here. This gives you another 300. So there'll be plenty to summon. I think I can. Well, not guarantee. I have to go another 80. No, that doesn't really matter. We can look at the thing here. But I pulled a 5-star, so we are close to 80 that I have to get. GC Encore. So you basically, I have 5, 10. I'm 12 summons deep. So I have to get 68 more summons. I don't think I'll make it to 68, but well, you guys will be. I mean, you'll be watching this account, right? So I'll be posting, and we'll see how far we get. I'd like to get the weapon. I'm pretty sure I can get the weapon, no problem. This weapon, it's not bad. The crit chance on this makes me like laugh. 12% crit chance. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Carlotta's gives her crit damage, but it gives you like 72% crit damage. That's insane. Now, granted, obviously the scalings and all that stuff is different, so I'm not saying one way or the other. But like, it's just funny to see 12%. Like, let's go look at this. Look at this. This gives you 24% at least. You know, and that other one just gives you 12.5. It's hilarious to me. But yeah, what are we looking at here? But the effect obviously is pretty good. We're probably gonna, because we're getting so many defense penetrating units, they're probably gonna start stacking defense to make everyone else kind of struggle to keep up. And her weapon gives her what? Resident skill, heavy attack damage, 15 seconds. Every time she gets her shield, which she constantly puts on her shield, 7.2% defense ignore. 5 times. So 7 times 5 is 35% defense ignore. So 36%, right? That's pretty crazy. What does this look like maxed out? That's actually not that much. So you're investing into a +5, a rank 5, an R5 weapon, and it only gets you to 60. So from 35 to 60. I don't know how much of a DPS, whatever that is. Like, someone might do math and be able to show you that. Actually, I think I went to Lose Gaming's video today, just seeing how her kit worked and all that. Based on that chart, he has a chart in there that has all the weapons. It actually compares R1 to R5. Going from R1 to R5, I think was 20%. I can't go. I'm not gonna go look it up now. Which again, it's not bad. It's just a little underwhelming. So just getting 1 copy is kind of as far as you need to go. But yeah, just that crit rate is hilarious to me. She gives herself 12% attack. Yeah, so it's not too bad. Like I said, the weapon's guaranteed. It's just, can I get her? I'm not going to pull on the weapon until I get her, because it's going to be a waste. But anyway, the point being, it's like, I'm not going to summon Iuno. I don't really care. Like, if I get her, fine. If not, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to save up for whoever comes after both of them. But yeah, anyway, so that's it for today. The next video is probably going to be either a Zenless video, but I don't have a lot of content for Zenless right now, or probably it's going to be me upgrading echoes to fix some of my units, because as you can see, my builds aren't up to par because I don't really care too much about them. But yeah, or if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know and I'll make a video on it, or if you guys want whatever. So yeah, till next time, if I can find it. There we go.